Hello and welcome, Dr. Norman here. We are touching on more tips and guides on dealing with emotional withdrawal with the desire to aid people to stay in better touch with the people who matters much to you. In human relationships, and I promise this one is going to be a short video, but some additionals and nuggets on how to deal with emotional withdrawal. In human relationships, distance is not measured in miles or in kilometers, but in affection. Affection, much like emotion, is a connection between two people, a kind of social interaction that can exist on varying levels. You note that in a home where there's a husband and wife and children, elderly children and the younger ones, there are different varying levels of affection between all those groups of people. We can have a need for affection with just about anyone or anything. Some have affection for their dog. You feel affection for your family pet, like I said, or for your parents. You have affection for your mom, you have affection for your dad. You also feel affection towards friends and those who are your romantic friend. There's an affection interest that goes with that. What is so unique about our need for affection is that it can have varying degrees of intensities depending on each of your specific relationships. Affection is vitally important to the human survival. But what is affection? This is where men and women's biological differences show up and things get funny, because these two sides are different in as far as this word is portrayed and demonstrated. Men see sex as affection, whereas women see sex as the result of affection. Of course, this is a broad brush statement because no two humans are alike, but the majority view life the way I have explained it. Clearly, we need to discover how our spouse sees affection. We need to know that. You need to know, like in other spheres, we have learned how you need to discover how does she interpret to be loved, how does he interpret to be loved. For those in relationships, there is an affection as an intense sexual or romantic attachment to the person you are in love with, an internal strong feelings or something like an attachment or a bond with someone or something. That's affection. What does something that you need to attain? You need to attain that, and it's like you are fastened or something, you are bind something to something. That's affection. In an intense feeling of deep affection, a feeling of liking or caring for someone or something. That's why in affection sometimes you can be to just on the same in the same room, but when you are miles apart. Why? Because there is the absence of affection, and we are saying this is very helpful in the teachings of emotional withdrawal. That if those things are also worked on, and included on the whole list of the video aids and the MP3s that we have on the subject. It will really come up to be something very helpful. Affection is numerical. It is a numerical value that represents how much a companion likes you. Affection can also be influenced by your choices during conversations, how you, and unlike gifts, your actions can result in negative affection, albeit in very small amounts. Like you need to know that love is beautiful. It's not a cheap thing on the display. It's a private thing in most cultures of the world, unless it is love towards children. In what we are saying, in most cultures, when it comes to that romantic affection, it is something that is considered private, except when it is being given to children. That's where it can be publicized. For the purposes of this article, let's consider affection as small or large physical gestures that convey emotion: a hug, a caress, a kiss, a pat on the shoulder. An invisible yet discernible affection which connects people who love each other. Two people can be right next to each other, yet miles away in the absence of affection. Yet people can be far away, yet close to each other because of affection. So don't ignore someone you care about, because lack of concern hurts more than angry words. That's why people cry foul because of emotional withdrawal. It is done by someone whom you love, and people cry because it hurts more than angry words. Stay in touch with those who matter to you, not because it's convenient, but because they are worthy the extra effort. Remember, you don't need a certain number of friends, just a number of friends you can be certain of. Paying attention to those people who you really care of and they will care for you is really a priority. And this we are adding up to our skills, tips and skills of dealing with emotional withdrawal. And until the next video, you will scroll down to below this video. There's a link there that will take you to the entire program. And until the next one, we'll have this one closed.